Hello my fellow whale watchers, welcome to another hangar review of one of my subscribers who is currently in Master League 2. His favorite game mode is Beacon Rush, and he also wrote me information on the drones that he is using, so I just added them below each build. Let's start. The Orochi with Thunders is a very powerful build. Thunders are probably the best tier 1 weapons, so that's one of the best value builds that you can upgrade with your limited resources. Of course, it's only effective at very short range, so my guess is that this is his Beacon Rush starting bot. With Last Stand, Nitro Unit and a damage module, it's also quite effective in that role. Ghost is the standard Orochi pilot, already at level 40, nothing wrong with that. What is not ideal for the setup is the drone. The Nebula is a tank drone, 1 A-type, 1 F-type and 2 C-type sockets, as well as its special ability, are made for tanks. So the problem when you run this on an Orochi is that the microchips will simply not trigger very often. So think about changing this to something else. For Beacon Rush starting bots, a whiteout drone for example is quite good. Also barrel or beak are reasonable options. You run the Orochi as short range damage dealer, so also for example an DI drone or the Wasp can be great. The Siren as Panchachromolar Smoother hybrid, this is a good build with high damage output. As you may know, the new HMGs are not so effective in hybrid combinations except if you fire them straight. So definitely try to get another Smoother there. The best pilot for the Siren is Yang Li, but also the Twins pilot is reasonable. What you can also improve here is your module setup. The Siren won't benefit as much from a Nitro unit as for example the Orochi does. So consider to exchange that with the damage module of the Orochi, and then try to find substitutes for these low tier modules. The best alternative for now is a nuclear amplifier. That would make one of the strongest support damage dealers out of your Siren. Also, the Wasp is a good choice. It does not have such a useful special ability, but it has reasonable chip slots that are in line with the Siren's strengths. The Typhon with Scorchers, this is a very powerful build and works great as mid-range damage support dealer. In Beacon Rush, you have to find the right time to spawn this, but if you keep upgrading the Scorchers, it can also become a quite powerful Titan counter. The module selection is good. I personally did not find Louis Duncan so useful as legendary pilot, but his special ability is also not useless, so why not? The Discus is a solid choice for the Typhon, however also here you may be better off with a tier 4 drone that is in line with the Typhon's strengths. An example could be a big drone, a Paralysis or even a Persephone that can heal you up, for example after an orbital strike or if you run into anything with shield breakers. A good choice that is more commonly available could be an eye drone. The Scorpion with Scatter Havoc, that's a classic build, especially in combination with Ash. You cannot be wrong with that, and it's also useful for FFA or Team Deathmatch. You run it with Balance Unit and a Cloaking Unit. Also here there is a small improvement potential, but first you need to unlock the third module slot, so for now you can rather concentrate on that. The Whiteout drone is a very good choice for the Scorpion, if not the best choice, so this one is in the right place here. Finally, your Fenrir with Ember Igniter and Bernadette Wolf. This is one of the strongest Fenrir builds that you can run, incredibly high DPS, and also your module selection with Repair Amplifier and 2 balanced units is really good. On top of that, you also run it with a tank drone, which takes full advantage of its tankiness. Great job on that one, there's not a lot that you can improve here. Finally, your Luchador with Basilisk and Cinder. This is a combination that is also used by a lot of top players at the moment, nothing wrong here. Also your module selection is very solid. In long terms, try to get your hands on 2 more premium modules, especially a second anti-control unit will make your Luchador shine. So what could be your next steps for your hangar? I would raise the level of some of your gear first, especially the Scorpion and its weapons to at least level 9. Then try to get another Smoother for your Siren and level these weapons up as well. They are meta at the moment. As a result, you will have one of the best support damage dealers in the game right now. Finally, try to get a few more premium modules. Popular ones are Last Stand, Anti-Control or also a couple more nuclear amplifiers. These will make your damage dealers really shine. And if you bring your Fenrir to MK2 and a little bit beyond, it will also become one of the best beacon tanks in the game. In short, this is a hangar with great potential. With this you can easily make it to Champion League. So that concludes my hangar review of this Master League 2 hangar. Thanks for listening in and see you on my channel.